The sprawling metropolis. And
hey, Kevin, the Mavericks.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at point guard. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson, and it's Hardaway in at the 3, the small forward. All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight, both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
And Doncic, here we go. Jokic grabs the miss. Here's Denver now. Here's Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Richardson with it, out guarded by Barton. Richardson kicks to Kleber. Corner shot. That one, no good. And Denver the other way now. Here's Gordon. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And, you know, this is something Jokic does extremely well. He excels at finding the open man with quality passes.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And we all know what can happen when he gets rolling. A hot start can turn into an explosive scoring night.
Now here's Murray. A steal. On the wing, Doncic. Down low. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Left side, Hardaway. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Pass to Doncic. Goes up at the stripe. Porter pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Good on the bucket.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Doncic. Pass to Porzingis. That shot missing. Good defense by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 4. Barton with it. Hardaway picks him up. Floats it up for Jokic. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Now, here's Doncic. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 8.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Doncic against Murray. Outside Gordon. Barton wide open. He fires. Denver the rebound. No good that time. Dallas leading by 4. Porter with the steal. Here's Gordon. What a jam!
Are you kidding me? Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Picked him clean. Fast break, Dallas. A pass to Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the paint, here's Murray. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. 6 points for him.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You know, I think they're going to be happy with how they played here early on.
I agree with you. I mean, they hit the ground running, had a strong start to the game that they're hoping they can manage the rest of the way.
J.J. Redick is out there with Willie Cauley-Stein. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Burke, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Now here's Brunson. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Murray, no good. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. Murray against Brunson. And the shot goes down. Murray's got 8 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Marjanovic finds Cauley-Stein. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Now, here's Marjanovic. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Finney-Smith kicks to Redick. For 3. Millsap grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The 9-foot shot. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
5 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Denver making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Here's Gordon. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Finney-Smith passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Green. Finney-Smith kicks to Cauley-Stein. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Redick for 3. That shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And he makes the bucket, gets the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Barton. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Barton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
Absolutely terrific in transition. When the floor opens up, Barton attacks and doesn't let up.
And, guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Releases. Porzingis can't hit. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
The Mavericks pull it in.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
You got to love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
And, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Jokic finds Gordon. Back to Jokic. Now Gordon. Second chance effort. Passes it to Jokic. And that one is off. He can't get that one to fall. And some good action to the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Jones. And one of the strengths of this Denver team is their depth. Shaq, it's been that way for a while.
Yeah, their front office.
Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Doncic with the steal. Jumps up. And the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
And Murray, here we go. Inside, Jokic. That one good for 2. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Hardaway. Porzingis has got 12.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Here's Jokic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Nice D from Porzingis. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. A 2-point game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Doncic, bounce pass. It's Redick on the wing. Barton defending. And stolen by Barton. Floats one up. And Murray finishes it off. Murray's got 4 points this quarter. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Barton drives in, and Barton throws it down.
The speed and athleticism of Barton, superb. So venomous on these drives to the rim. Take that, fellas.
Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And it's Murray with the jam.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Feeds to Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, I like the athleticism of Murray, just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. And here is Doncic. He's got 12. Cauley-Stein. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. That one doesn't go. And it's Denver the other way. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Redick, and he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dwight Powell. Trey Burke comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
36 seconds left to play in the third. Brunson, no good. Denver in the lead. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Over to the left wing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Murray surveying the D. Millsap, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. Mavericks trailed by 4. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10, right at him, get to the rack.
Murray, good.
Tell you what, if Murray's on your team, you got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
Kleba finds Brunson. Back to Kleba. Gordon with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Richardson.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Denver also making a switch. Barton is checked in. Kicks it out to Richardson. Now the pass to Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, evidence of the mobility there from Porzingis as he shreds the defense in screen and rolls.
Murray against Doncic. Here's Murray. Shot clock at 5. Mavericks trail by 5. Here's Richardson. A slam dunk by Richardson.
Richardson getting points in transition. Easy bucket thanks to his hustle after the steal. And that's how you take advantage of the turnover.
Doncic against Murray. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot 2 at the line. First free throw is good.
And, you know, I like that Gordon is a versatile guy who can play both forward spots. He's a terrific athlete who continues to improve.
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Murray outside. And there's the feed to... Oh, what a dunk!
And this is Gordon's sweet spot. An awesome dunker who loves getting in tight and wrecking the rim.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Doncic against Murray. Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. That free throw good from Porzingis.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Gordon. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Barton outside. Here's Jokic. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. It's the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. He's perfect from the line this time.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
Brunson against Murray. .58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Gordon. The rebound by Marjanovic. Guys, a critical time for them in this ballgame.
You got to play mistake-free.
Great execution by Porzingis, showing you he can get it done in the clutch.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediately.
They get the rebound. Marjanovic. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Murray kicks to Porter. Gordon against Marjanovic. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. It's deflected. Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. Just 4 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
Porzingis, that's a 2. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Misses the shot. And so it's Denver who comes out on top here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nestled among the peaks of the... And let's...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Batum. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at center. And for Denver, we've got Will Barton. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Murray in at the 1. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Here's Murray. And the basket is good.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. And that one's good. Leonard.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
Wide open look here for Murray. Again, the miss by Murray.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
Porter with it. Guarded now by Jackson.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Zubac, the pass to Leonard. Clock at 6. That shot off. Gordon with the defensive effort. Paul George with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. With the teardrop. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Deep two from Murray. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Can't let Murray get comfortable with that shot. His stroke is just as pure as it gets.
George finds Zubac. Leonard on the wing. Back to Zubac. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's the three. Another miss by Leonard. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 3. Here's Porter. And he drops it in from the low post. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for him.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names.
Well, the three-point shooting of Paul George is an important attribute. Because he can put it on the deck, he's got to balance it with that kind of look right there.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Murray surveying the D, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Murray's got 9.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Outside, Batum. No good on that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Murray, and it's all evened up. 11 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Jackson against Murray. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Now here's Murray. 11 points in the game. Over Rondo. No good from the low block. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had...
Selfless. I mean, you need to cure.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
They've got JaVale McGee, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Murray. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The pass to McGee. Murray right side. Ring shot on the way. Rondo with the rebound.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Pass to Kennard. Down low. Patterson dishes to Morris. And Patterson kicks to Morris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the three ball is good.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Now here's Murray. He's covered closely. Los Angeles leading by 7. Morris inside. Millsap covering. Pass to Kennard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off inside. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Murray for 3. Millsap attacking. And here is Murray. He's got 11.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Kennard with the ball. Now Green defending from deep. Paul Millsap with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And love seeing Murray take it strong to the rack. A phenomenal finisher inside.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kennard, the pass to Mann. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Gordon. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen. And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. On pass to Gordon. That one wide left. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Well, to me, Paul George exemplifies what a leader should be. This guy does not look for his personal stats. He just wants to make the guys around him better.
They need this. Bank shot, no good. Los Angeles leading by 12. Fires for 3. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. Rebound by the Clippers. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Dives for it, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Jackson. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
Los Angeles has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Porter with it. Morris is there. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
And Porter drops them both.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
George looking around. Hits the three-point bomb. George has got 14 points.
Silky smooth jumper from Paul George, and he just lets it
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 14 points and 1 block. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubats in at the center position. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Outside, George. To the paint, here's Zubats. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
And he makes both free throws.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. George with no one around. Misses the three. The Nuggets trail by 13.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Now George. He's got 14. Leonard on the wing. Six on the shot clock. Outside Jackson. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 13.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Murray outside. No good with the triple. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for Michael Porter.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Rondo dishes to Patterson. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Patterson's got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers. Here's Murray, 13 points in the game. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Outside for Rondo. Here's Mann. Pass to Batum. Feeds to Patterson. Nice move. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Here's Murray. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Murray's got 15.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
Here's Rondo. No good with the layup.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
Wow, incredibly quick feet of Aaron Gordon. This guy excels at seeing lanes to the rim and taking advantage.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Mann. He's covered by Murray. Mann passes to Oturu. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Count the basket.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
There's the pass to Oturu. Pass to Mann. Morris outside. Fires the three. It's JaVale McGee with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 12. Murray kicks to McGee. Just his first attempt. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Rondo. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Floats it up for Murray. Here's Green, and it's blocked. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. It's a 14-point game. They've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Porter, and it's Barton in a shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Morris. It doesn't go for him. Gordon with the defensive effort. Morris has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Gordon with it. Guarded now by Morris.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Coffee can't get it to go. The Nuggets shooting at 46%, making some buckets. And a wide open look for Porter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 14. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Porter's running. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Stolen by Gordon. Floats it up for Murray. It's tipped. One-on-one here. Oturu, the pass to Coffee. Plenty of space. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Open shot by Murray. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Murray's got 19 points. Here's Mann. Passes it to Kennard. He dishes it to Morris. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Oturu. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Again, the miss by Murray.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Morris against Jokic. Morris, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Pass to Kennard. Puts it up. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Gordon dishes to Murray. Back to Gordon. They grab their own miss. And there's the pass to Porter. Here's Murray. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 21.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
There's a minute 34 left here in the fourth quarter. That shot off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Gordon. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And here's George for 3. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Barton, no luck. LA's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Batum passes to Zubac. Outside for George. And the Clippers miss again.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Gordon's checked in for Paul Millsap.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Trying to end the drought. Jackson kicks to Zubats. Porter against Leonard. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And the Clippers lead by 10.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And Murray has such a soft-looking shot, especially from deep, where he is just lights out.
So the Clippers with the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Coming up next. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Richardson. Maxi Kleber is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Richardson outside. Pass to Powell. Batum grabs the miss.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Powell kicks to Richardson. To the inside. Stolen by Jackson. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. Dishes to Leonard. Got a hand on it. And it's on a bounce to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Here's Jackson. Outside, Batum. 5 on the clock. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Porzingis. Powell trying to free himself up. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic.
Now what a great option he gives them on every possession.
George against Doncic. George passes to Zubac. That one misses. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Kleber with it. Leonard picks him up. And the dunk by Powell.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And George kicks to Zubac. The 17-footer. The shot by George, no good.
Oh, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Richardson outside. Passes it to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Hardaway dishes to Cauley-Stein. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Rondo against Brunson. Yes, that goes in.
When you get into the painted area, Rondo's got great touch on the inside.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Down low, it's deflected. Marjanovic finds Redick. Shot on the wing. Off the left rim and out.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The shot's good from Kennard.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
There's 21 seconds left in the first. Brunson, good.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
Reddick against Kennard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Clippers lead by 6. Stay. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Mann in at the 2 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Here's Morris. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
Runs in the pass to Cauley-Stein. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Rondo against Brunson. Rondo with a clean look. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Patterson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
The pass to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
Here's Mann. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Morris. Shoots over Reddick. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on J.J. Redick.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Marjanovic is checked in. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Here's Mann. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks trail by 6. Throws it up high. It's tipped. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, Morris in position, and Morris throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded close. Here's Cauley Stein. Here's Marjanovic over Morris. And the call on the shot. It sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Mann, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. that wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. A pass to Porzingis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
58 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Kennard. Here's Coffey. Pass to Oturu. Just 3 to shoot. Man. That 3 off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Porzingis.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Mann, guarded by Doncic.
And how about the role reversal there? I mean, slamming it down right in the face of the big fella.
Now, here's Doncic. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Offline from the top of the key. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. In the corner, Kennard with it.
Well, there's no vacancy down there, Josh.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basket. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what was your impression? And
we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Maxi Kleber is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. Los Angeles leading by 6. Leonard on the wing. And Batum kicks to Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson misses. Here are the Mavericks now. Passes it to Doncic. Inside, Powell. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard's got the ball.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Doncic finds Kleber. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Fires, high post. Dallas again missing.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Lets it go from 14. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Doncic, and the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now George puts up a 3. Not going to go that time.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Zubac. Leonard inside. Foul on him. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
A really good decision there from Paul George. Quick to find the open man.
Doncic feeling it out. Powell in the high post. Back to Doncic. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. Porzingis passes to Kleba. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And Batum kicks to George. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Batum wide open. He fires. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
1:32 left in the third. Doncic passes to Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
No problematic or an Achilles heel for a lot of young bigs is consistency from the free throw line. Really hasn't been a problem for Porzingis.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Patterson each checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George. Brunson finds Hardaway. Redick is in the corner. The pass to Porzingis. Yep, that one goes in there. Porzingis has got 10.
Yeah, Porzingis, the things we talk about is assertiveness, but that also comes with great stamina. Right now, he's determined.
Rondo with the ball. Now guarded by Porzingis. Here's Zubac. Back to Rondo. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. A pass to Porzingis. An emphatic LU jam.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Jackson dishes to Rondo. Pass to Zubac. Porzingis with the steal. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Finney-Smith. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. For the lead. The shot by Redick, no good. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Rondo. Basket, good. And the Clippers lead by 4.
Great execution in the transition game. You can count on Rondo to run the break and find a way to capitalize.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Clippers. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
And that's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Marcus Morris. And it's Coffee in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Kennard. Yep, it counts.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. Dallas moving it around. Now here's Hardaway. Defense right on him. 6 to shoot. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers leading by 4. Moving it up. Here's Kennard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Hardaway finds Marjanovic. The shot off that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And it's in there. Mann's got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce. Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
And the wide open shot from Morris gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Clippers lead by 11.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
And Doncic, here we go. Can't cash in from close range.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Clippers leading by 11. The shot's good from Kennard. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Oturu. Right wing. Back to Kennard. Here's Oturu. Guarded by Powell. And the basket by Oturu.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Richardson attacking. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Looks like Josh Richardson is always seeking a shot, this time looking for contact as well.
And he knocks down the first one. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Dallas with a change here too. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Jackson passes to Leonard. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Jackson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Doncic finds Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic against George. Steps back and fires. Kleba with the rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Clippers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
And it looks like just plain.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Porzingis can't hit. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 15-6 run. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson misses. And so here is Dallas, trailing by 13. And the dunk by Porzingis.
So Porzingis can post you up, he can face you up, he can penetrate from outside. This kid is impressive.
George against Doncic. And George is good for three.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. The city of Denver is in full. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2-guard spot. Outside for Murray. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Doncic.
And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid-30% for his career from 3-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
And the pass to Kleber. Back to Porzingis. Gordon with the defensive effort. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Gordon's running. Nice D from Doncic.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Barton finds Gordon. Denver passing it around. The kick out to Porter. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Odd pass to Gordon.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Richardson. Passes to Porzingis. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Porter. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Puts it up from 15, and that one hits back iron.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's Porzingis to the middle. Here's Kleber. Jokic grabs the miss.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Gordon kicks to Barton. Outside for Murray, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. A different look for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Here's Cauley Stein off the mark, and the drought continues. The Nuggets leading by 7. The drive by Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, the attack from Gordon, his explosive first step on his drives to the hoop, really scary.
And Gordon drops them both. For Dallas, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. Powell, the pass to Hardaway, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Excellent quickness that time by Hardaway, allows him to do work inside.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now here's Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Green breaking loose. Murray, good.
Murray locked in on the task at hand, not allowing the defense to bother his shot at all.
So here's Brunson. Defense is right there. 2 points. That one goes.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Reddick against Murray. No good there. Now Dallas takes it the other way. We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. The shot by Reddick, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, what a play!
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Nuggets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Brunson in at the guard position. Pass to Cauley Stein, stolen by McGee. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. I mean, he really turns on the Jets in the open floor. You got to get in front.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Green kicks to Murray. Shot clock at 6. He gets that one.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Brunson the pass to Powell. In the corner, Hardaway with it. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Powell.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
Here's Murray. The Mavericks pull it in. Brunson. The putback is no good. The Nuggets leading by 9. Porter finds Murray. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Outside, Redick. Now, Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks it to Powell. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Will Barton, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, and stolen by Barton. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. On the wing, Porter. To the paint, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Jokic has checked in for the Nuggets. Millsap comes in for JaMychal Green. Then for the Mavericks, Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Josh Richardson comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Porzingis finds Doncic. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Doncic. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. The kick out to Barton. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
59 seconds left now here in the second. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw good from Doncic.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
Murray outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada. It's like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
And Doncic, here we go. Here's Marjanovic. Another shot, and the layup is up and in. Marjanovic has got his first bucket in this one.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
The kick out to Barton. Sinks the three-pointer. Barton's got the lead up to 14 now for the Nuggets.
A shot Barton can make, that one is. So if you're the defender, you have to at least honor that.
The drive by Doncic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And that concludes the first half. Denver on top. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Jamal Murray has been the story in this one. He had 12 points, 2 assists. That's all for now.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Aaron Gordon out there with Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Barton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Barton's got 5 now. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And Jokic gets it to go. He's got 8.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Doncic feeling it out. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. And it's 7 points for Porzingis. Murray against Doncic. Murray with it. He's got 12. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And here is Kleba. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Doncic against Murray. The pass to Jokic. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic, and it's Green in for Porter. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
Richardson kicks to Powell. Passes it to Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Richardson gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 15. Pass to Gordon. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you know, Gordon's so crafty and full of tricks that he keeps the defense guessing.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Mavericks making a switch here. Cauley Stein's checked in. 2nd free throw, no good. Mavericks trail by 16. Pass to Brunson. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
The Mavericks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And that one falls for Cauley Stein. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Campazzo, Brunson covering. Kicks it to Gordon. To the inside, McGee. No good, shot missing. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. And the dunk by Powell.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Barton against Richardson. Barton passes to McGee. Millsap left side. Buries it down low.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Powell kicks to Brunson. Back to Powell. Stolen by McGee. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Millsap slams it in.
You just can't give Millsap these kinds of lanes to the rim. He's phenomenal at seeing the floor and knifing his way to the basket.
Richardson outside. Powell dishes to Richardson. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets lead by 15. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. Murray finds Barton. Now the pass to Jokic. Here's Gordon. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Again, the Mavericks score.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, you can definitely see a difference.
The 10-footer. In deep, Jokic drops it in. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And good. He got the English that time as it falls.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Murray surveying the D. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Melly is checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. 6 to shoot. Green passes to Jokic. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from J.J. Redick.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And it's Murray penetrating. From 10 feet out. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Marjanovic kicks to Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Doncic against Murray. Passes it to Jokic. The dish to Porter. Porzingis with the block. Here's Redick. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Will Barton.
Boy, Redick has some of the most admirable traits you want to see in any basketball player. His professionalism and work ethic have made him the player he is today.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Richardson comes in for Nicolo Melli. Doncic against Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Tell you what, Murray's on your team. You got to feel comfortable when he's working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all make him hard to guard.
The 3 for Doncic. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And now it's an 11-point Denver lead.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Millsap with the steal.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Nuggets.
This is a game where The defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the steal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Here's Doncic. And there it is for him.
Doncic showing you his ability to finish. I really respect his aggressiveness in taking it to the hoop and handling contact.
Barton in the corner from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our There's a look at downtown Los Angeles. And before we...
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Batum. And it's Zubac in at the center position.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Jackson following the score by Aaron Gordon. 9 feet out. Jackson misses. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. 4-point game. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Here's Jackson. Banked in off the glass.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
Here's Jackson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Leonard on the wing. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
With Kawhi, you love his talent, but just as important, you love the basketball IQ and work ethic.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Jackson passes to Zubac. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And the shot goes in. Murray's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
George passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Wide open look here for Murray. Drains it from beyond the arc. Murray's got 7 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
George with no one around. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
Jokic inside. Zubac defending, and it's Jokic missing. The Nuggets leading by 6. From deep, and again Denver with the triple.
And just paying attention to the details and makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Now here's George. Here's Jackson. Back to George. Clock at 6. Back to Jackson. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And Los Angeles with some changes. Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. Denver's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Pass to Jokic. Feeds it to Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Now here's Rondo. Can't hit that one.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's Gordon penetrating. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game. George against Murray. Will it go? Poke loose. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for the Denver Nuggets. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Back right after this.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Nuggets really take control here.
Well, you have to love what they've done offensively after that first period.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 2 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Murray right side. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Murray is so skilled at drawing these types of fouls. He loves getting to the charity stripe.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Coffey's checked in, and a switcher also for Denver. McGee's checked in.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Now, here's Kennard. Not a lot of room.
Outstanding decision. Kennard is getting better and better at creating offense for himself.
Outside, Green. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. It's good on the putback.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Kennard, the pass to man. Here's Coffey. Launches a 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Murray. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Kennard up top. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris passes to Oturu. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. The Nuggets leading by 17.
Well, how can you not love the continued resurgence of JaVale McGee? There were some years where he was trying to figure it out. Now he's a big factor for this team at center.
And here's Morris for 3. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers.
Nice find by Luke. shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Campazzo, Kennard covering. McGee inside. He's still scoreless so far in this one. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Clippers trail by 17. You know, Smitty, the change for McGee's pretty simple. He got some direction on how to play. Now he does everything he can to play within himself.
Kevin, that has been a huge difference maker for JaVale McGee. And you know, when he's focused, he can make an impact. Plays in short bursts, but very effective.
Morris finds Kennard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a switcher also for Denver. Porter's checked in for Los Angeles. They've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Leonard missing.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Here's McGee. Great D that time from Batum. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And stolen by Barton. Campazzo, guarded by Jackson. And it's McGee slamming it down.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. From deep, George. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Barton, no luck. The Clippers shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. Basket counts. George has got 5.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And McGee kicks to Porter. Passes it to Millsap. Inside. Here's McGee. Great D that time from Batum. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Batum inside the three-point line. No good on the last second attempt. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and fellas, Jamal Murray is an out-and-out scorer. He's running off screens or off the bounce. And that should...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A fantastic game from Aaron Gordon in this one.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Porter at the 3 spot.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Murray. Stolen by Jackson. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Leonard with no one around. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Denver leading by 15.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Jokic, no good. And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his second foul of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. On the wing, Batum. The pass to Zubac. Back to Batum. To the middle. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Murray outside. And it's Murray with the jam.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Leonard inside, guarded by Porter. The putback, and Leonard stays with it.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
And it's Murray penetrating. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
He was all alone on that one. Leonard's got 7 points in the game.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And it's Murray penetrating. Pass to Jokic. It's hauled in by the Clippers. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Back to Murray. Pass to Gordon. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Denver. Patterson against Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 7.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Man passes to Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
Quick lick from Patterson makes finishing plays off with a dunk look easy.
Murray left side. On the wing, Gordon. Shoots the 3. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Here's Rondo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He kicks it to Patterson. 6 on the shot clock. Rondo dishes to Patterson. Puts it up from 12. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Lob pass to Gordon. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Morris. 3-pointer. No good that time. Millsap passes to Murray. Back to Millsap. Just 3 on the clock. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
Very quietly, Paul Millsap just goes about his business. He's a tough competitor.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Rondo in at the point. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. The Nuggets leading by 16. Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Right side George. The tray. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Rondo with the ball. And there's the pass to Oturu. Clippers moving the ball around. McGee with the block. Murray outside. This one for three. Connects from three-point range. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's his second three-pointer of the night. One in each half. Trying to keep the defense honest.
Shot to stop the run. McGee with the block, but he recovers it. Knocks it loose. And now Millsap pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Kicks to McGee. Morris with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Coffey. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Rondo against Murray. Rondo can't get it to go. The Nuggets leading by 23. It's stolen by Morris. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. Here's George. Jokic with the steal. Millsap kicks to Murray. Over Jackson. Shoots over Batum. Barton passes to Murray. From outside, off the mark. And Los Angeles guys shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court. Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Murray against Jackson. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jamal Murray.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Denver leading by 20. In the corner, Bull with it. The three. Rebound by the Clippers. Zubac has got 7 rebounds in the game. Leonard finds George. His three-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. We've got 1:23 left here in the fourth quarter. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bull. Campazzo, defended by George. Tries again. He doesn't hit that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Jamal Murray.
Woo, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Here's Denver now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Murray the pass to Bol. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And the size Bol has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
8 seconds left in the game.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The sprawling metropolis of Denver. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 5. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Doncic. Paul George making his last shot. Porzingis inside. Zubac defending. Can't connect from short range. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. There's the pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 6. Richardson, no luck. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
George finds Jackson. Back to George. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Hardaway. Cauley Stein in the post. Morris is there. And it's Cauley Stein. That time on the assist from Hardaway. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Brunson up top. He's covered by Rondo.
That was nice, guys. The determination, the toughness, not going to shy away from the boards.
Man. And he banks in the layup.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
There's a minute left in the first quarter of the game. Doncic looking it over. Pass to Brunson. Back to Doncic. And that one, good.
We know this. Doncic is an aggressive, thirsty scorer. If you allow airspace, even in the mid-range, he's going to make you pay.
Now here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes to Morris. Lets it go with the three. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Launches it. Cauley Stein passes to Powell. The shot will not fall.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Out to Morris. Comes up empty down low. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Clipper. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Bogdanovic is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Brunson in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Rondo gets the bucket.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Now here's Brunson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Coffee can't get it to go. The Mavericks trail it.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And Los Angeles guys shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Rondo against Cauley Stein. Rondo passes to Oturu. Outside for Rondo. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Leonard looking around. 5 to shoot. Wide open look here for Zubac. And again, no good by the Clippers. Richardson the pass to Kleba. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And finished off by Leonard.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Richardson outside. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The deep three from Redick. Off target from outside. Clippers leading by 4. And stolen by Redick. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. So it's Richardson with the jam.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Now here's Jackson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Richardson against Zubac. Over Richardson. And he could not get that one to go. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here is Rondo, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Great positioning on the putback. Oturu's got his first points in this one.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Redick. Porzingis can't hit.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Right side, Porzingis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you have got to love the versatility of Kristaps Porzingis. Unbelievable shooting touch at 7'3", can also be a monster on the defensive end. Good luck, future of the NBA.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Here's Mann. Morris inside. Kleba defending. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. There's 37 seconds left to play in the first half. Out to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Porzingis finds Richardson on the wing. Hardaway trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Lob pass to Porzingis.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And here's Kennard with 1 on the clock. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He had 12 points.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4-man position. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing. And his defense, always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Now, here's Doncic. 6 points for him. Pass to Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Cauley-Stein. Great D that time from Batum.
What a masterful job on the defensive end. Did everything possible to alter that shot.
Jackson. High post, Zubac. The pass to George. Fires it up. They grab their own miss. Leonard kicks to George. Clock at 6. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. George has got 8.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Doncic against Jackson. Lets it go from the wing, and Doncic gets it to go. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Richardson against George. Pass to Zubac. Second shot opportunity. George finds Zubac. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Now he's jacked in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. Oh, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. So Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
In the corner, Powell with it. Back to Doncic. From downtown, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Brunson, good.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-4 run. And it's Rondo penetrating, and they pick up 2. Rondo's got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Doncic against Rondo. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And they continue to control the glass.
Back to Jackson. And a missed layup.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Over in the corner, Doncic. Back to Brunson. Passes it to Doncic. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one, so the Clippers will take it the other way. Leonard, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Leonard. And it's 6 points for Rajon Rondo.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Doncic kicks to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. That shot misses. Los Angeles leading by 8. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-6 run. 15 seconds left in the third. Rondo dishes to Leonard. And the officials call a traveling violation. 12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Redick surveying the D. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And so it's Los Angeles with a... And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Mavericks. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's J.J. Redick. Then there's Burke. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 spot.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, G.A. The lead is what it is right now.
I tell you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
It's stolen by Morris. One-on-one fast break. Oturu, the pass to Mann. Here's Coffey. And there's the pass to Oturu. Porzingis with the block. A pass to Porzingis. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Kennard kicks to Morris. Back to Kennard. And stolen by Burke. To the wing on the left. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Pass to Porzingis. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Marjanovic. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Burke. Here's Porzingis. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Luka Doncic subbed in for J.J. Redick. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Leonard, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Kleba slams it in.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. George with the ball. Outside Leonard. Down low, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And it's George missing. Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic bounce pass. Porzingis finds Doncic. From deep three-point range. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. George, that's a two-pointer. Here's Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. On the wing, Jackson. George looking over the floor. Just 4 to shoot. A second chance effort. And it's Zubac laying it in. Zubac has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And they double up Doncic. Here's Cauley Stein. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Stolen by Jackson.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Leonard. Now here is George. They get it back.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now George. Leonard on the wing for the 3. Nailed from three-point land. And the Clippers lead by 9.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 8. Good on both. Man passes to Coffee. It drops.
Saw the opportunity to put this up.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.